Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The Philippine government sends another note verbal to China following the latest incident in Ayungin Shoal. President Bongbong Marcos said Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo personally delivered the document to the Chinese embassy. Malacanang is now waiting for China's response on the matter. On Saturday, a Chinese Coast Guard ship was seen using water cannons on some Philippine ships on a resupply mission. Some 35 note verbals have been sent to China just this year, while over 400 diplomatic protests have been filed by the country against Beijing since 2020, according to the DFA.
We continue to assert our territorial rights in the face of all of these challenges and consistent with the international law and UNCLOS especially. So that is always been our standard.
For their part, China maintains that their Coast Guard was only protecting their territory and that their actions to repel Philippine vessels were professional, restrained, and beyond reproach. China also reiterated that the 2016 arbitral ruling was staged by the U.S. and called on them to respect China's sovereignty. The Armed Forces believes that any attack that poses danger to Filipinos' lives may prompt the application of the country's mutual defense treaty with the U.S. This comes after Washington maintained that an attack on Philippine public ships would invoke the defense treaty. AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar told the Big Story that the new Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, sites may be used to defend the Philippines if necessary. Earlier this year, Marcos Jr. said these sites won't be used for any offensive attacks.
When I look at the statement, they are talking about armed attack. And therefore, it may not be just the use of the usual firearms, but when it already crosses the line or when it's already threatening the life of people in that particular incident, when they are about to probably to blast the ship, to sink it, then that's already an attack that may require intervention. When you talk about the EDCA sites, these are facilities that will be established inside military camps, and funds will be coming from the United States, and this will be manned jointly during emergency situation. Since this is part of the Mutual Defense Treaty, you should know very well that it is for the defense of the country.
In other news, Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte defends the 150 million peso confidential funds she's asking for next year. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of the Brigada Escuela kickoff at Tarlac National High School on Sunday, the Vice President said she can't discuss the breakdown of the funds, but insisted that this was for DepEd's goal of nation building.
Education is intertwined with national security. Napakahalaga na we mold children who are patriotic, children who will love our country and who will defend our country.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. News now. I'm Diego Castro. A major increase in the prices of petroleum products takes effect today, August 8th. Diesel prices are up by a hefty 4 pesos per liter and kerosene by 2 pesos and 75 centavos. Gasoline products have also become more expensive by 50 centavos per liter. The Transportation Department vowed to provide assistance to drivers of public utility vehicles. The agency said over 1.6 million will receive fuel vouchers. Modern PUV operators and drivers will get 10,000 pesos, while those with traditional units, 6,500 pesos. Delivery riders will also receive 1,200 pesos and tricycle drivers 1,000 pesos. The DOTr is now coordinating with various agencies like the Interior Department for the release of funds. The Interagency Council for Traffic, or IAC, says EDSA repairs are bound to finish as scheduled. IAC Chief Charlie Del Rosario said pending repairs are mostly along the North Avenue section. On Monday, asphalt overlays in at least 7 road sections along the EDSA busway were finished. A stop-and-go scheme is implemented to help ease traffic and accommodate carousel buses changing lanes. Alternate routes are also available for private vehicles.
We are on time, we are on schedule. Medyo nagkaroon lang ng konting disturbance sa weather, but we are not looking na magiging dahilan ito for any delay. But as of this time, ang IAC have not received any information as to whether or not mag-extend. We are still looking at Wednesday to be the completion date.
Phil-Am Utah Jazz star Jordan Clarkson arrives in the country ahead of his Gilas stint for the FIBA World Cup. Clarkson touched down at around 5:40 in the morning. For now, he is still awaiting the final schedule of his training with Gilas. Clarkson is confident that Gilas can handle the group stage. The games will begin in just 16 days, and with Clarkson back, the national team is expected to have more intense training. Gilas will arrive from China later today.
But I'm just excited to be with the team again. I think we got a good chance to, do some things. Hopefully win some games.
And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.